Good day. We are professors from Mexico and India. Today, we will present the work title Trust in Electronic Banking with the use of cell phone for user satisfaction. This research has a focus on the user. It is in focus on algorithms, it is in focus on programming languages, on the semantic web, and other things. Still, it is the point of view of any user because they are the ones who decide the success or failure of any computer application. Well, in the beginning, the banking industry started with manual processes in the last millennium. The next step began with automatic transaction machine, ATMs. After that, banks got together and created the ATM network. And with the appearance of the internet in the beginning of this third millennium, began electronic banking. E-banking are the activities and transactions that can be carried out from anywhere at any time from any electronic device connected to the internet. Some of the advantages of this new tool are pay bills, transfer money, manage current accounts, reduce costs, save time, 24/7 services, and other one. Likewise, there are some critical success factors. In the state-of-the-art review, we can find ease of use, usability, trust, functionality, use, interaction, visualization, effectiveness, satisfaction, etc. For this, various theories have been used, such as perceived risk theory, TPV, until theory of resonant action, and some models which have been used efficiently, such as technology acceptance model and UTA-UT. For T research, we will use TAM. Considering the previous information, T research aims is to determine the influence of trust in e-banking through the use of cell phone on user satisfaction. We did a state-of-the-art review of 5 of the main variables, and one of them is trust, which is conceptualized very differently, and there is no clear and precise definition. For this research is trust in technology. This situation leads to user satisfaction and service quality. Considering the Internet Crime Report of 2020, the most significant electronic or digital crimes are extortion, no payment, and violation of personal data, and phishing. Despite these circumstances, we hope that soon we can see the integration between user, banks, and the government. The variable perceived utility is the degree that persons believe using a particular technology improves their performance. Fortunately, electronic banking with the use of cell phone has been shown to have an impact on the perceived utility. Still, users require training, computer skill, and they need to work together with the banking industry. All of this takes the user to have to save time, save money, and cost and effort reduction. Moving to perceived use is defined as the operation of the technology by a user. When it's known that an investment in technology that is not used is a bad investment with a large amount of money lost. Thus, the active participation of stakeholders in banking is required, like users, bank, internet provider, etc. And as a whole, they can lead us to a loyalty that is very good for the bank because they will have captive clients. However, it may only be for a short time. The ease of use is another variable. Define a degree to which using innovation is effortless. For this, users require a computer application that is easy, accessible, intuitive operating, and computer skill. All of this can cause the intention of using mobile banking by user. Finally, the following variable is satisfaction. For this research, this is the dependent variable. His concept is a psychological state of well-being that the person feels before some life circumstance, this time due to the use of technology, but we must understand that users need to to obtain a better benefit and reduce risk. We must understand that satisfaction allows generating an environment where the user intends to use this technology continually. User satisfaction is the goal to achieve because of the bank's success and profitability. Very well. After reviewing the variables understood in a general way, the research model and the 5 variables to study are shown. Likewise, the hypothesis rises and to be verified with the empirical work are shown. For example, hypothesis 1 indicates that user trust in e-banking through the cell phone is essential for his perceived usefulness. And hypothesis 5, the constant use of e-banking through the cell phone generates a state of well-being or satisfaction in user. For the method, the first step was the state-of-the-art review. Next step, a questionnaire was designed and reviewed by 3 experts and by 2 e-banking users. Based on this, the wording in some questions was changed, which led to an improvement in the questionnaire. Each previous version was applied to a pilot study of 35 people who use electronic banking based on a 7-point Likert scale. The adjustments were carried out based on observation obtained, and the final application of the questionnaire was to 98 users of electronic banking in Northeast Mexico. This limited the user is mainly due to the COVID-19 pandemic and the scarcity of economic resources to apply to a broader area. Statistical analysis is based on a structural equation model and smart PLS software. The investigation ended with the conclusion and the main contribution to knowledge. And the result, we have 2 options, descriptive and inferential. In the description, we can find that 61% are women and 39% are men. They are young people, 21 to 30 years old, with 49%. And the main activity of user is the check cash balance, 89%, which means an underutilization of the resources provided by the banking industry. For the inferential result, they are divided into 2 parts. First, the measurement model. The minimum values are item reliability must be greater than 0.707. Compost reliability must be greater than 0.707. Convergent validation, average variance extract or AVE, must be greater than 0.5. Discriminant validation, AVE, must be greater than shared variance into the interconstruct. For the structural model, some essential elements must be overcome to support the hypothesis. Relation, or R, must be greater than 0.2, ideally to be above 0.3. Explain variance, or R squared, like a reference, 0.19 has a level weak. F squared, minimum acceptance is 0.02. This statistic must be greater than 1.9647. P-value or significance must be less than 0.05. To analyze convergent validity, in this table are the variables, relationship, and statistical indices. We can find the analysis variables that R squared and the AVE. It can be seen that all the minimum values are exceeded in all the validation that PLS require. And in discriminant validity, the table shows that this index is also satisfied. It can be checked with diagonal values as they are graded in terms of the column and row. It means the interconstruct value. For example, 0.867 of satisfaction is higher than those down up and thus to its left column row. The final table provides the result with smart PLS. It shows the hypothesis, the relationship coefficients, the statistic, the significance or p-value, and the evaluation of hypotheses. Based on this statistic and p-values, the comments show that the 5 hypotheses are accepted. You can say that this is a self-evident result, but we believe that it had to be verified in the Mexican context because the result can be very different for another country. The figure show the evaluate research model. You can see the hypothesis, the relationship, displaying variances that is in the circle. You can also see the factor load of the items that make up each of the construct. And in the lower right part, you can see the minimum accepted value for the p-value, and the approval of the hypothesis is verified graphically. Finally, the conclusion indicate that until today, businesses are more focused on administrative process. Today, there has been a paradigm shift to focus more on user and not on computers. Another important area, which may be the central part, is the user trust in e-banking, essentially in the security of their transaction with cell phone to get satisfaction, especially when they perceive it is of use and utility. And the main line in this research where banks should pay more attention is trust, use, satisfaction. The result can be used by banking institutions to establish and plan relevant strategies and continue to support their strength and reduce weakness to increase adoption e-banking. For us, that's all. Thank you very much for your attention.